it's really getting real out here because I'm starting to see that people are choosing their peace over their jobs. Now, I'm not a fan against quitting your job. And I'm not a fan of working either because I'm starting to understand that your peace is what matters most. Because at the end of the day, you have to do what's best for you. It gets real out here because you don't know the things that people go through when they're working at a job. Because you could be doing everything right at your shift, come to work every day, smile, try to do your job to the best of your abilities. Then here come your supervisor, always behind your back, always on you about everything because they want something perfect. And then it's like, when you do your job and go home, they don't like that because a lot of employees do not like that because you may have been working at your job 5 to 10 plus years. You might get employee of the month, I don't know. But you starting to notice that if you're not cool with nobody at your job or you ain't best friends or anything like that, your work is gonna get hectic for you. So a lot of people go through that because when you just out here trying to survive, it really gets difficult for you to survive. You got so much going on in your life and you just still going to work and you trying to balance your real life and work life. Your employers don't care about that. And I know it's sad because they don't care about that, but you take it personal because we're human. Because I used to take it personal all the time. But I had to learn that it ain't personal, it's just business. So when I see somebody that's saying that they quit their job and they feel so much better, I don't blame them. I understand it because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna judge you. I'm not gonna call you a loser because you ain't got no job, because that's where we go wrong at. Because you may find peace to work on your mind. That's the most important thing you can have is a strong mind. Because once you work on your mind and get your mind right, you might find another way to generate revenue legally without having a job. Because why we keep believing the things that we was taught that that's the only way to generate revenue is working a job. I keep telling y'all, no matter how old you get, you can still do whatever you want to do. You are the future. You determine your future. So if you feel like you need to take a break just to have peace, then so be it. Who am I to judge you? Nobody's perfect, so I'm not about to judge you. And I know how it goes when you're trying to just stay afloat and just make a living from paycheck to paycheck. And most of us are. That's why in my previous video, when I said everybody's broke, even celebrities, I was just talking just in general. Because if you in all this debt, we all trying to make it. That's what I meant. But when I'm trying to explain to just the people in general, is that I get it. Because I'm starting to see all these videos about they ain't been working for like a year or two, they quit their job. And it's just fascinating to me because they seem so happy. Ain't that what it's all about? Happiness. So what if you going to go clock in a shift and you just doing this because this is what you was told to do, and then you're not happy? And I know how that gets. You just clocking into a shift and you never happy. When will you ever be happy? So I get it, because sometimes we go on these jobs and these jobs we working for, it's not the job for us. And we just get stuck. And you don't want to get stuck. You're afraid to take that leap, to take that jump and do something better. You're scared what the outcome will be. We're all scared what the outcome will be. And the things that I'm seeing online about some people are just taking that leap, quitting their jobs. I get it. And everybody is in a different boat. Some people can't quit. Some people can't afford to quit. So at the end of the day, you got to do what's best for you. And hopefully, y'all find all the peace y'all need. I ain't no hater, because y'all had to do what y'all had to do. Now it's time for y'all to execute whatever y'all believe in. It's all about what you believe in. It ain't about my opinion. It's about how you feel at the end of the day. So that's where we go wrong at by critiquing others, because it's tough out here. It really is tough out here, and your job is really not safe. You think you got the safe job, you think you got job security. Job security ain't security no more. And I know y'all been dealing with a lot of things working y'all shift. And sometimes they move y'all shifts that you don't even want to be on. You might be working the morning shift. If you ain't got enough seniority, they move you to nights. Now your schedule done changed, and you may have children that you got to take to school, but your employer do not care. It ain't their job to care. So what's that telling you? And just try to figure it out. And everybody has a different passion. So when I say try to figure it out, you have to do your own research and see what you're passionate about and put the time in. Because I can't give you the blueprint on exactly what you need to be doing, because I'm learning myself. I get up every day and I learn just like you. So I have to say that because times are getting real out here. And I'm seeing a lot of videos like that. I've been unemployed for 2 years. I finally quit my job after 15 years. And those people just look so happy. And that's what it's really all about, because nothing can make you happy. Nobody, nothing, and nothing else can make you happy but you, because you're responsible for your own happiness. So once you learn that you're responsible for your own happiness, because I know a lot of y'all been feeling like y'all ain't been getting nowhere in y'all life. Y'all life has been stagnant. And you starting to know the difference. And sometimes a paycheck ain't worth your peace. I get it. Because who say you was gonna never get another paycheck again? Who say you was gonna be broke forever? You can come up. You can get it right. It's just gonna take some time. But once you put your time in, and once you quit your job, the people who's quitting their jobs, they got all the time in the world now. But the most important thing that they got is the most important currency, which is time now. So if they utilize their time in the right way, they'll be all right. And that's what I be trying to tell y'all. There's more than one way to your journey. And once you learn that, then you'll figure it out. So you really got to do what's best for you. You can't listen to your parents because they might talk negativity into you because they haven't experienced that before. So it's like if you get older, they're going to be making decisions for you when you get grown. So you got to make the choices yourself, and they should be there to support you. That's how it should go. And people may think you're doing a crazy decision by choosing your peace over your job or a paycheck, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, it's your life. I can't tell you how to live your life because you have to live your life for you. And things can happen. Things can change. Don't ever think things can never change. So if you out there, you've been feeling some type of way and you've been trying to get it together, just get it together. Focus on you. I ain't mad at you. I get it. And I ain't telling everybody to quit their job either, but I understand. You got to do what's best for you. And if you feel like that's the best decision, life is about making decisions and choices. And you have to live with the choices that you make. That's what people go wrong at. A lot of people make choices and can't live with the choices that they made. Or if it's too late to come back from a choice that they made, they don't know how to lay in their bed and stay in it. If you in that bed and that's the bed that you made, stay in it. So if this the choice that you want to make, don't regret it. Just live and learn. And it might be a good experience for you. Everything is not going to be a bad experience because you don't know. A lot of people say, but you taking a chance. You taking a chance for everything you do in life. So if this the chance that you want to take in life, because life is a gamble in general, Everything you do, you taking a risk. You quit this job to go to another. You do this to do that. Everything is a risk. But don't always leave when it gets tough. Just because it gets tough, I'm just talking about in life in general. I ain't talking about your job. I'm talking about situations that you want to do for you. When it gets tough, stop leaving. You might have been at your job for a long time and left. You didn't just leave when it got tough. You tried to work it out, but some things just don't get better. You know how they always say stick through it, and the longer you stick through it, it may just get better. It seems like things don't never get better when you stick through it. Working at a job, friendships don't get better if the friendship is rocky, anything. Nothing gets better when you really stick through it. And in reality, you just could be wasting time. And you not noticing that you wasting time. And you just got to learn how to value your time. And you really not valuing your time. You valuing like your paycheck, because your time is the most important currency. So once you start realizing how to value your time right, you'll start to realize, because you keep valuing that paycheck, and then it's like you doing the same thing each and every week, working for a paycheck, and you're not at peace because all the things that you're dealing with when you're working. And then you're dealing with things outside the work. And that's what's just driving you crazy. I get it. And then you feel like you just need a break. A lot of us need a break. We don't need no just 1 month break. Sometimes you need a couple months. But you can't get a couple months at no job. They'll fire you. And I get it. So in reality, if you feel like you got to work on you, figure out what matters to you the most, what's important to you. Because once you figure out what's important to you the most, and you start to interpret what's good for you and what's bad for you, and you start to do that in the right way, your life is going to change. And this is the change that you always been waiting for. And it's bound to happen. So with me saying that, I want you to stay being you. And I support you because I understand it. A lot of people not going to understand, but you're doing it for the people that understand. And that's what I'm starting to learn. You got to do it for the people that love you. You can't do it for the people that hate you. Stop focusing on the negative energy, because stop trying to respond just like with social media, just like with these comments. I see people, they be having YouTube channels just hating on each other or just hating on something. And it's just mind-boggling to me, because it's like, and then people get negative comments, right? And then they'll focus on the negative comments instead of the good ones. Like, that's just crazy. They got everything to say in the world, but can't even put a profile picture on there. That's like you throwing rocks and you hide behind a wall so nobody can see who you are. Like, stop feeding into that. So feed into the people who love you. So this is for my people who love me. I appreciate y'all, and I'm going to keep going just for y'all. Because at the end of the day, it's naysayers out there that's just trying to criticize everything you do. If you quit your job, you're a loser. If you do this, you're not no loser. That was best for you. So now you have to figure out what works for you, because peace is everything. If you don't have peace, then what do you have? That's what I want to say, because that's a powerful message. Protect your peace. You're supposed to protect your peace at all times. You're supposed to have peace at your house. If you don't got peace at your house, you don't got peace at your job, your relationship, what are you doing it for? Stop wasting your time. Times are hard out here. And I know they're going to say, why you quit your job and times hard? Even if you got a job, times are still hard. You living from paycheck to paycheck. Okay. So I get it. And that's the message that I want to tell y'all. So hopefully y'all doing good out there. And hopefully y'all like this video, because if you don't like this video, you're still going to see me again. So peace.